Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video we are going to continue our yield farming adventure. If you didn't check out the previous video, be sure to click on the link that pops up in the top right corner right now. So yes, in this video we'll take a look at a new project called Polycat, and we'll take a look at how you can more or less safely navigate your yield farming adventures using a website called the rockdog.io. If you like the sound of that, be sure to continue watching, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe at the end of the video. Now, before we dive into Polycat, I do want to give a shout out to Taiki Maeda. He has some great videos on farming on Matic and other platforms on his YouTube channel. And thanks to one of his videos, I came onto this website, which is rockdog.io. So what is this website? Well, it is a great tool for anyone who wants to venture forth into the world of yield farming. So they have some great resources. They have the Rockdog Wiki, where they explain all the things that you need to know about yield farming. Next to that, we have a risk rating for all the different projects that the team of Rockdog is taking a look at. Now, very important, Rockdog's mission is to screen for hard rugs. This means that they're taking a look at the smart contract code, which is something that most of us can't do because we don't understand Solidity and we are not programmers. So this is a very important part of evaluating different projects in crypto, and this is something that they're doing on an independent basis, and they have an entire community built around doing this, and they're giving out all this information for free. So this is awesome, but do keep in mind that you still have to do all the other research. It simply means that they took a look at the code, and of course this is not bulletproof, but this is definitely a great place to start. So even if a project is labeled low risk, it simply means that the code is looking more or less okay. Of course, it is always possible that they injected something new that they didn't see yet. So keep it in mind, this is not bulletproof. On top of that, this is not protecting you against soft drugs. If a developer decides, I don't care about this project anymore, and they quit promoting it, the value, of course, of the token will go down. But again, great place to start. Also, you'll see some promotions here because they have to make money somehow. It doesn't mean that all these projects are approved or are low risk automatically. So if you see something you like, use the filter right here and see what kind of label they get. So when you are at the Rockdog website, you of course see the promoted projects right here, so you can ignore that. And then you have a nice list of new DeFi projects being updated constantly. You can filter by network, and they have a whole bunch of them. The Ethereum network, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Phantom, Avalanche, and so forth. And then you can filter by risk. Sadly, there are no least risk projects. There is PancakeSwap. Yeah, we all know PancakeSwap, so I think it's rightfully called a least risk project. So I guess we'll have to filter on low risk, and then you choose the network that you want to use. Now, even when you're looking at the Polygon network and you're filtering on low risk, you'll see that there is a whole bunch of projects there. And if you scroll down, it just keeps adding. So it's insane how many DeFi projects are being launched. So I think what is easier is using the forums calendar. And here you'll find all the DeFi projects that are going to launch. And we all know the earlier you are getting into one of these projects, the better the yields will be. So I propose going back maximum 2 weeks if you're looking for the latest and greatest projects. Once you see something that you think is interesting, you can click on it and you'll get more information. So this one apparently was a bad one. Polycat, they just launched on the 18th and they already abandoned the project. So yeah, that is pretty terrible. And that of course is also the good news. The Rockdog team is constantly updating their reviews. And they're also explaining here that you can still use the emergency withdrawal function to get your funds out. Now in this video we're going to take a look at a different project. So on the previous video, Elio Debits, he asked me if I already checked out Polycat. So Elio, thanks for looking at the video and posting the comment. It's definitely appreciated. So let's take a look at the Polycat project. So we go back to Rockdog's main page, then we type in Polycat. And there you go, the first one, it says low risk. That's good. It's a large cornerstone project on Polygon. That's good. It's a goose fork. And apparently the dev is very talented. Let's click on more information. There we see there is a tech rate, a full audit, and obelisk audit. And this is also good to see. They have links to documentation, to the GitHub, to the Medium, and to the socials. And in the explanation, they also say there's a large following. So let's see how large really is. Let's go to Telegram. And that is definitely impressive. So 14,000 members, 1,500 online. Just looking at these numbers is not enough. I suggest that you go to the Telegram group, keep an eye on it for a few days, and see how the community reacts to each other and if there is a positive vibe, yes or no. And taking a look at Twitter, this is definitely also impressive, 20k followers. And when you take a look at the interaction on the different posts, this is definitely looking good. Right, let's jump into the project website. So the Polycat Finance website is of course a very classic looking website. We've seen this layout with several DeFi projects. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. So on the left, we can trade some tokens. We can buy the fish token. We have the vaults, which are auto compounding. This is definitely interesting. We got farms, pools, tanks, IFO. I think this is a launchpad function. Then we have a referral program. Then we have some interesting links, charts, audits, and more. Let's start from the top. So vaults, I think, are interesting. So these are auto compounding vaults. You will not be earning fish tokens. You'll simply be compounding whatever you put in here. As you can see, these are all liquidity pairs. Personally, I like matic and I like stable coins. Let's take a look at the matic USDC. We'll have to provide liquidity at vault and we will have 86 APY. So this is not bad. Then we have farms. These are of course for the fish token. I don't want to buy the fish token. I want to farm the fish token. Of course, afterwards, if I feel comfortable with the project, I could put it into a liquidity pair fishmatic and then get some really juicy rewards. Of course, we have the risk of the fish token going to 0 and we have the risk of impermanent loss. Then we take a look at pools and this is definitely looking good. So an APY of 200% on the matic token. If you got the quick swap token, I do think this is a really interesting place to put them for a while. 1000 APY, that's really good. And then here are our stable coins. 171% on USDT, 139 on USDC, and 173 on DAI. This is definitely impressive, and I'm really considering putting some of my tokens. So right now on QuickSwap, I have a liquidity pair for matic USDC. So I think I'm going to take it apart and put some in the matic staking here and the USDC staking as well, because this will be a better result than leaving them in QuickSwap. Next we have tanks. So if you have earned fish, you can either put it in the vaults, but then of course you have the risk of impermanent loss. If you don't want impermanent loss and you don't want to sell the fish token, then you can stake the fish token here and earn some new project tokens. Personally, I don't know these projects, so yeah, you have to check it out if it's worth locking up your fish tokens, yes or no. Then we have IFO. Yes, as I expected, initial farm offerings, this is kind of a launchpad. Right now there is no new project, so if you're into these things and if you're into IDOs, keep an eye on this page as well. Then we have the referral program, some interesting links to CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and so forth. Then we have the audits. So we could already see on the Rugdog website that they had an obelisk audit and a tech rate audit, but apparently they're working on a Certic audit as well. Certic is definitely a very known auditing company in the crypto space, so it would be really good if they get this completed. So all of this is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at how the token has been performing. Let's click here to go to CoinGecko. Over here we see that the price is $23. Let's take a look at the past 90 days. So apparently the project started at the beginning of May. It had a nice run up and then of course a correction, which is more or less in line with what the market is doing. So I'm very happy to see that the token is holding its own at this price level. So this is definitely healthy. Just to compare it to another project which started in a similar time frame. This is a project called Polycat. It also started in May and then it just went down from there. So when comparing these two graphs, I definitely feel more comfortable with the fish token than the Polycat token. So personally, I definitely think this is an interesting project to take a look at. The returns are still very healthy after 1 month of farming. I do think they have a nice set of features right here, and that's why I'm going to try and collect some fish tokens using the pools. As I said before, I'm going to stake some matic tokens and some USDC. Of course, I'm not going to put all my tokens into one platform. I'm just moving the ones that I have on QuickSwap and moving them into the Polycat finance project. Now, before I finish off this video, I do want to leave you guys with this awesome tool. It is called Vfat.tools, and I think it's a must-have for everybody who is serious about farming. Basically, this tool is a centralized dashboard for all the different DeFi projects out there, and this on a whole bunch of different networks. For example, let's take a look at Polygon. Over here we see the key DAO. As you know, I am still farming in the key DAO project, but in the past 2 days it was really difficult in loading the rewards page, and that's how I got in touch with this tool. So let's take a look here. As soon as you are connected with your wallet, it will load all the different farms. So on key DAO we only have 2 farms, and we can see right here, this is the farm that I have entered, which is the key matic farm. And over here you find all the functions that you would have normally on the website. So without going to the website of the project, you can manage all the different projects that you are in simply by clicking these links. So if you want to claim, just click claim here and you will get the reward tokens into your wallet. Personally, I do think this is definitely a tool worth checking out. Even if the website of the project is down for whatever reason, you can still use Vfat.tools and execute the contract functions. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any interesting projects that I can take a look at, be sure to post a comment. If you got any questions, also don't hesitate to post a comment and I'll get back to you as fast as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and let's grow this channel all the way up to 20k followers. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.